Here we go again. These people are trying to take the N word out of the classic Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, and I think it's just a travesty. I mean, on the one hand, I mean it's really sad that students aren't able to read this book whenever they're in high school or younger. I mean, but it's available, and they'll be able to learn it in college anyway. But to take the N word out of a book, in other words, censorship, is just deplorable. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the whole point of the book, try to read the book, somebody, okay? The whole point of the book is to challenge, like, slavery and the use of the N word, and it's just frustrating to think that somebody, like, out there just completely misunderstands a book, but that because they want to be so PC, politically correct, they're going to go out of their way to try to censor it. They don't understand it. I mean, it's a classic. I mean, it's silly, but yeah, my dad got my name out of that book. I don't know what else to say. I'm a big fan of that book, so it just makes me angry to think that someone would actually try to censor it. If you would read the book, you would see that it's trying to raise consciousness against that kind of thought process. It's a little boy that's using the N word, and he was raised in the South because that's all he knew, right? But Mark Twain was showing the folly of that thought process. And in fact, throughout the book, Huck Finn learns that that is not the way to be. And in fact, he actually challenges, like, the scriptural, what am I trying to say? The rationalization. People back then rationalized slavery. They said that the Bible, you know, rationalized it. The Bible said it was okay. That's the old argument. And if you read the Bible closely, sure enough, it um, it explains, you know, that slavery is okay. You can beat your slave and you can take sexual advantage of your slave. It's just don't, you know, abuse somebody else's slave. It's just silly. Just read the book, okay? Oh, I meant to make the point that he actually challenges. It's Mark Twain, obviously, but he makes Huck Finn challenge the notion of slavery and owning a person. And he goes through half the book, and he treats Jim with disdain. He's his friend and stuff, but at the same time, he's kind of using him. He kind of sees him as a slave. But through the course of the book, you realize that he changes his position. He changes his mind, and in fact, he goes against the Bible. He says that this slave is property of someone, and that he would be committing a sin if he were to try to break Jim free. Okay, and they're trying to go to New Orleans, and well, that's the thing. They're going into just read the book, okay? The smartest thing for them to do would be to go north. They go south towards New Orleans and blah blah blah. Just read the book. You'll learn what it's all about. But he ends up getting captured. Jim, the slave in question, gets captured, and he has, with the help of Tom Sawyer, he goes and he tries to bust him free. But he's thinking about it, and he's like, oh gosh, I shouldn't do this because it's wrong. It's against the Bible. I'm sinning. And then he makes the argument, okay, I'm going to go to hell, but I'm going to go rescue my friend. And he's like, so be it. If I have to go to hell, so be it. I'm going to commit evil. In other words, he thinks that rescuing the slave is evil, but he's willing to go to hell to save his friend. That's powerful, okay? Just read the book. He's a little, like, 12-year-old boy. You know, I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated because these people, they try to make things better and they just make things a lot worse. So go read the book, and you'll realize that the whole book is against this idea. It's showing how this idea is wrong. So no, we shouldn't take the N word out of the book. And if you want to teach it to children, you can do a whole course on how this book, you know, shows the wrongness of that thought process. And you can explain this to kids, you know, and it would be a very good thing. You could explain to some, ignorant little, middle school or high school students, especially in the South, that this is wrong, that they should think about it. They should think about what they're saying. Go on, like, let the teacher say the N word, I mean, maybe it'll raise some consciousness. That's what this book was about to begin with, raising consciousness. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. It just was on my mind, and I had to get it out there to y'all. So, thank you.